Introducing Songzap. Songzap turns your phone into a powerful mobile studio, allowing you to develop, record, arrange, and mix full songs and performances. Using Songzap, you can track and layer lyrics, vocals, and instrumental performances, program and jam to drum patterns using our AI-powered Groove Designer, arrange, experiment, and map out your song structure and musical sections, mix your captured performances and beats into complete songs. When you first open Songzap, you'll be presented with 4 main options to start or continue working on a song: groove, arrange, track, and mix. You can also click on the export button at the bottom of the page if you're returning to a completed song that you are ready to share online or to archive its assets. This is Songzap's main homepage, where you can always return to, using the back arrow from other pages to access any of these options. The top right menu items allow you to access app information, Songzap tutorials, create a new song, and load saved songs or the provided demo. Clicking on the current song's name opens up an edit menu where you can add notes or lyrics, rename, delete, or duplicate everything to an identical new song. You'll also see a small play stop button in the song name bar, which allows you to quickly listen back to the song that is currently loaded. Double tapping the Songzap logo or the title in each of the subpages will immediately open an online tutorial about the app and feature you are currently utilising. Designing grooves. For many musicians, the starting place for jamming, improvising, and coming up with ideas is Groove. To get started, click on the Groove button, which will take you into the Groove Designer part of the app. Here, you can hit play, choose a tempo, select a preset groove pattern, or choose from the numerous drum kit sample packs included with Songzap. Or you may prefer to indulge in the instant gratification of the AI-powered user interface, moving your thumb around the kick, snare, and hi-hat controllers. Your changing thumb position will immediately generate a plethora of rhythmic patterns, which you can adjust to arrive at your starting groove. The notation screen above the Groove Designer area mirrors the patterns you are creating, and you can even click on the notation screen to add or remove particular hits. There are also options for hi-hat, ride, or tom sounds for your patterns, and you can add a crash cymbal to hit at your chosen cycle frequency. The top left of the notation screen indicates the correlation of the pattern you are working on to the song's arrangement segments. You can work away just using the basic beat you have chosen or modified, or you can create a range of pattern variations corresponding to arrangement segments. Arranging. The song crafting journey you take with Songzap does not have to be linear. There are many possible routes to song development. Once you have a cool groove, you can use this as your foundation to record vocals or instruments or create further patterns to flesh out a more complex arrangement. This will determine whether the next aspect of the app you will use will be the arrange or tracking feature. If you are still in the Groove page, hit the back arrow to return to the main homepage, or click directly on the Arrange button from the top level menu. In the Arrange page, you can delete, reorder, loop, and create new sections. You can also choose the number of bars each section should be. The correspondence between arranged sections and groove patterns can be exploited to enable detailed programmed drum performances for your song or jam session. Tracking. Another way of working is to simply jam to a single beat pattern as a starting point and use that as the foundation for your song development. If this is your preferred way of working, once you have a beat pattern that you find inspiring, go straight to the tracking page. If you have fleshed out an arrangement structure first, the tracking page will take this into account as well. On the tracking page, you're presented with 4 audio channels where you can record tracks. Each with a volume fader on the right, a record button on the left, and a 5th track at the bottom with a fader for the combined drum sounds of your groove pattern. To the left of this fader, you can see a graphical representation of your song sections. You can zoom in and out in the tracking area, import an audio file, or generate a high-speed bounce. The beauty of the bounce function is that you can keep combining layers as a stereo music file, freeing up the first 3 tracks for further recording. As you'll be using your phone's microphone for recording, we recommend plugging in headphones before tracking to avoid unwanted bleed. We're confident you'll prefer working with headphones too, as this creates a more realistic pro studio scenario and helps you focus on your project and performances. Mixing. Finally, hit the Mix button to enter the Mixer page, where you can adjust the volume, stereo positioning, EQ, compression, and reverb level for each of your recordings. You can also adjust the individual drum elements comprising your grooves. Additionally, the mixer allows control of a metronome click in the top right corner, which lets you turn a click track on and off and sets its volume. The metronome can be switched on and off from the tracking page too. The metronome can be helpful for recording or practice, providing yet another workflow option for your song development, starting with no drum pattern as a foundation. Exporting. The export button takes you to the export page where you are presented with a number of options. You can share your song as a mixed audio file for showing online via email, on social media, or through messaging apps. Export all of your song's data as full resolution mix and individual track files, notes and lyrics, arrangement markers, and MIDI data from your Groove programming. The latter assets are what's needed if you want to take your demo to the next level. For example, markers and MIDI data enable you to quickly transfer your structure to a studio environment. Exporting lossless audio data does take a couple of minutes to bounce and render, so you can also export MIDI data and song lyrics separately if you wish. The Songzap Playback Bar. On many pages, you'll also see the main Songzap Play bar at the bottom of the screen. The Play bar includes buttons for you to play, stop, and skip through your song, and also provides a detailed song counter and clock so that you always know whereabouts the song will play back from when you next press play. The Play button is self-explanatory. Press Start to play and press again to stop playback. To the left of the Play button are skip buttons to return to the start of the song, skip back to the previous arranged segment, and skip forward to the next. The two sets of counters cover bars and beats in the left-hand corner and time in minutes and seconds towards the centre of the screen. The bars and beats counter shows the bar number within the whole song, followed by the bar number of the current song segment and then the current bar's beat number. So for example, a reading of 68021 indicates that the song playback position is currently at bar 68 in the song, which is also bar 2 of the current arranged segment, and that beat 1 of the bar is currently being played. After some time, recognising the corresponding bar numbers to sections in your song will help with performing, recording, and communicating structure with collaborators.